Morning. It's now 8:23. The date is Thursday. It's the day of the disco. Are we excited about the disco, girls?
Yeah!
So I'm here with
Sienna, Avita, Esme, Lola, Emily, Sarah, Marnie.
So yeah, we've gone for an all-girl podcast and one man. Yeah, that's what we go for. They requested an indoor podcast because it's a little bit cold here, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And yesterday's activities. Emily, what did you do yesterday?
Trapeze.
Now, trapeze. Could you explain what trapeze is?
So basically, you have to climb up a pole that's next to Jacob's ladder, and then there's a platform up the top, and hanging from something next to the platform is a trapeze bar, and you have to try and jump onto that from the platform.
Now, when you say there's just a pole, I mean, it's a pole that's quite high up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you manage to get to the top?
Yeah, I got to the top, but I couldn't reach it, so I just swang.
You swung off in a graceful way, would you say?
Yes.
Did anyone else do a high climbing activity yesterday? What did you do, Avita?
Well, not exactly yesterday, but we did Jacob's Ladder.
Now, Jacob's Ladder is very different. It's a team of 3 going up on these huge ladders. Now, how high did you get?
I got 2 above the orange line, but then I stopped and let Libby use my rope. Otherwise, she probably would have found it a lot harder.
So what made you stop? What was that decision?
Partly because the gaps were getting a bit too big, and also partly because I thought if I stopped, then I could keep my rope steady for them to use, so it would be easier for them to get to the top.
Absolutely, and a little thing we said in my group is that if one of your team gets to the top, the whole team gets to the top, and I think that's very important. Without your rope, nobody else can get that high. It's impossible to do it by yourself. Esme, how have you found the Isle of Wight so far?
It's been great.
Have you got a personal highlight?
Giant swing, definitely.
Why the giant swing?
Because it's like you get adrenaline, but it's also quite fun. Because I don't know how to explain it. Because you let go, and then you scream, and then it kind of gets better, but then
You scream again.
Were you
yeah, then you scream again.
Did you scream just as loud the second time, even though you knew it was going to come?
Yeah.
Now, Sarah, how's your Isle of Wight experience been?
Good.
Good. She's backing away from the photo. It's interesting. I'm holding the photo towards her. She's backing away from it. What's been a highlight for you?
Giant swing.
Giant swing as well. Who did you go on with?
Lola.
Now, when we went on, we decided that we would set a limit where we wanted to go. What was yours and Lola's limit?
10.
So you went all the way to the top? Yeah. Did you scream, Sarah?
Yeah.
Now, for such a quiet girl that I normally associate in front of me, she could be loud in front of you. Do you have a loud scream or a quiet scream?
A loud scream.
Well, it's very good to know you are loud. Now, Sienna, I've left you last because... Now, Sienna, is it true you've never slept away from home before?
Yeah.
So how have you found sleeping away from home? Not just one night, not 2 nights, not 3 nights, but you're going to be your 4th night tonight. How have you found it?
I found it good because I've had company in my cabin, and yeah.
Have you gotten homesick at any point?
No, not really.
Lovely. Are you all having a good time, girls?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, you can. Sienna just whispered to me, can she do something about the archery? Yes.
Well, in the archery, I got set a challenge with cutlery, and I didn't get anything, so I got 4 zeros. So for lunch, I couldn't eat with anything, but Yasmin lent me a tea stirrer.
So you had your lunch with a tea stirrer, and what were you eating with this tea stirrer? What were you having to eat?
I was eating jacket potato with tuna and sweet corn.
With a tea stirrer.
Yes.
That could be a whole new diet. We'll call it the tea stirrer diet. You lose loads of weight just because you can't get much on your tea stirrer. So, every girl, say goodbye, please.
Bye!
Well, it's 5:45. We get under pressure to go to lunch, but I'm now having an all-boy interview. Dinner. Corrected. I stand corrected. Dinner. I'm with
Nico, Devon, Leo, Drew, Daniel, Arthur, Finn.
Now, it is the evening of the disco, boys. Now, you're all acting a bit cool. None of you have confessed to having any outfit whatsoever, except Arthur, who has a
Shirt.
Arthur, he's been wearing a tracksuit most of the day, so we're now going to see him in a
Shirt.
Can you, You got the. Can we see your shirt now, please?
Yeah.
It's just a white shirt.
It's just a white shirt. Now, but some of us have some special arrangements for this disco. Nico, what are you planning to unleash maybe at this event?
Embarrassment. I want to embarrass all the other schools and any girls in this school who want to dance off. That's my plan. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
How is this plan going to? What in your head? What's the perfect execution of this plan?
What?
How will it go perfectly?
I don't know, me breakdancing.
You're going to break dance, yeah?
And I hear that Devon, from like some boys like Luca Lust, I hear that Devon's got some pretty cool moves too.
Well, it's lucky for you that Devon is immediately to your right. Devon, how do you answer this challenge?
Well, I'm okay, but I don't know that many, but I do know very well how to do the wave, and...
But what if, now that's between people in the class. What if you get a dance-off challenge from a child in another school, Devon?
I'd probably do the street dance moves that we got told to do for one of the... from my monster dance place where I do street dance. I'd probably do one of the routines I got from there.
So you're going to go pro?
I'm not sure, but...
And Leo, you told me you had a special outfit for the disco tonight. Can you describe it?
I have a nice set with lines, red and blue lines, and I have trousers with it.
And have you kept a pair of shoes special just for the disco?
Yes.
And are those the ones you're wearing now?
No.
Or what are the shoes you're going to be wearing?
I'm going to wear light up shoes.
Light up shoes. I did see Milo also, I think, had a... No, is it Milo? No, Lucas has a T-shirt with light up T-shirts. So when they light up, what colour do they go?
They go blue, green, white.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing those. Now, over to these boys over here. We've done a bit of climbing today, Finn. You've done some abseiling. How did that go?
Good, yeah. Fun.
Finn likes to work in single syllables. You know, it's like good yet fun. Yeah, 3 words, 3 syllables. Now Finn is part of what I consider the 5-star club because Finn has been to the top of the
Swing.
And the top of the
Jacob's ladder.
And the top of the
Trapeze.
And the top of the
Abseiling wall.
Exactly. Now, if you get up the top of the climbing wall tomorrow, you'll have done all 5. What do you reckon your chances will be?
Yeah, it's easy.
Do you think you'll get to the top?
Definitely.
Why do you think you'll get to the top of this climbing wall?
Because it looks easy. And, and I'm good at climbing.
But the abseiling wall is slightly different because you got to lean out over the edge. Did you find that a little bit nervous at the start?
No.
No. Any of you other 3 boys done abseiling?
Yeah.
Did you all manage to... I'm looking at Drew, Daniel and Arthur now. Did you all manage to get down?
Yeah.
But how did you find going over the edge of it?
It was
Kind of hurt.
I was
A bit.
kind of hurt.
I didn't know how to do it. At first, it was a bit scary.
I just stood up there for
Your
like
feet
5
shook.
minutes. I didn't know how to do it. But then once I knew how to do it, I just went straight.
But were your legs steady or were they wobbling a little
It
bit?
was steady, but like my feet.
And were there any ones, without mentioning any names, or any people that didn't get it down the abseiling in your group?
Well, there were some people who were a bit
Hannah didn't go
scared,
down.
and they were.
Well, without mentioning any names, Drew would have been the clue with that one. But was there anyone though that managed to get down with a bit of support from somebody else around them?
I think Lola got down with support.
Who helped Lola get down?
Like everyone was cheering her name.
And that helped to get down off there. And how did she feel when she got to the bottom?
Relieved.
And tomorrow, what do we all have tomorrow? What do you have, Arthur?
I don't know.
What have you got left?
Trapeze.
Trapeze.
Matrix.
Oh, you got the mysterious matrix. What have you got? What have you got left tomorrow? We got climbing. Leo.
Trapeze.
Trapeze.
Climbing.
And
Matrix.
fantastic. Are you looking forward to Matrix, by the way?
Yes.
All right. And there's nobody in this room who has done the Matrix has given it away, have they?
No.
Fantastic. All right, say goodbye, boys.
Bye.
Now the time is 18:35, 24-hour clock. What's that in 12-hour clock, Ira?
Sorry, 6:35.
6:35 in the PM, and it's our final podcast at the Isle of Wight. And I realised I go around and I make sure I try and get everybody recorded. And I think the last person I needed to talk to was Ira. And I think, Eddie, I don't think you mentioned anything much in the last podcast, so I've got you back with me.
Yeah.
So here we are for the final podcast. Boys, tonight is the night. What are we doing tonight?
Disco.
Yeah, disco.
Now, have you brought any special outfits for this disco?
No.
Eddie?
No.
All right, well then let's skip the disco completely. Let's talk about Carisbrooke Castle. Did we enjoy Carisbrooke Castle today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was good. Although I was expecting to see murder holes, yeah, and arrow slits and stuff.
See a couple. You did see a couple. One just inside the door and one just outside.
For those that don't know what we've just been talking about, they might think we've just been on a kind of a scary murder mystery with the words murder holes. Now, so who can explain to me what a murder hole is, or to the audience? Go on.
Well, a murder hole is during the medieval times, people would defend castles by dropping something deadly under a hole that was known as a murder hole, like oil or rocks or boiling water.
Was it just oil, rocks, or hot water,
It
Eddie?
could be anything, like arrows or something. Or
Do you remember what else we talked about?
Dead bodies and soot.
Why would there be dead bodies dropped through a murder hole, people?
Well, murder hole. It makes sense with the name.
Yeah, that's true. And did you see the arrow slits?
Yeah.
Ira?
And the odd thing about it is, unlike in some castles, they were sort of cross.
So they were almost like a little bit like the old kind of crucifix shape, weren't they? The kind of one
Yeah.
downwards vertical line, but then a smaller horizontal one halfway up.
and with circles.
And do you remember why that was?
So it was easier to turn the arrow when it was in the slit. You had more aiming room.
And what facts do you remember about the donkeys that we saw?
well, they used to turn the wheel for 16 hours a day, but then they realised that wasn't fair. So now they do it for like 6 minutes.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a very easy life now, doesn't
Yes.
it? And what-
They have a new contract which says they have a maximum of 6 minutes work every day.
I would like. I'm just going to a little personal message to James here. I'd love a contract very similar to that of a donkey, where I only have to work 6 minutes a day. Do you think I've got much chance of getting that contract?
I doubt it.
Yeah, because a lot of the kids like you.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're
I was hoping for.
a teacher.
Thank you. Keep going. Keep going. No, I was hoping for all of the kids, but I'll take a lot. Actually, that's true. Now listen, have you had a good time, boys?
Oh, yes.
Give me one of your personal highlights. Your personal highlight.
The Matrix, but I can't talk about
You
it.
cannot talk about it. For you, Eddie.
Same as him, but also I was on the giant swing, and we two said you're going to 780, it's all right, but actually all along she put me at 10. and
Exactly.
I
So,
screamed.
so
Right at the top.
So yes, Eddie thought he was only going to go up maybe 3/4 of the way, but
yeah.
actually you went up all the way, didn't you? And you felt like you were tricked. But were you glad that Ritu tricked you and got you to the top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted me to become more brave.
And did you scream on the giant swing, Eddie?
Yeah, I did. I even screamed at 5 a bit.
And are you braver?
Yes, I'm quite brave. I mean, I was very brave on abseiling, and I was quite brave on climbing, yeah.
Oh, good. And Ira, you've been like a whippet up those climbing. You've been so fast. It's a natural skill. Lovely. Well, that's it from us from the Isle of Wight. We hope you've enjoyed these podcasts. So it's goodbye from Mr. Howes. It's goodbye from...
Eddie?
And it's...
Goodbye from Ira.
See ya!
Bye.